Live from Bedford, son, the livest one. Representing BK till the bullets, cats I bullet.
5-2.
When Big B bucking, chicken heads be
Lakers beating OKC Thunder.
They know Big B handling with the Mac and the act or paneling. Bandaging MCs, oxygen they can't breathe.
That's it's up to see. Rap boxes so my dick could breathe. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Got my little half cone, get the hat on. Representing for that. That New York style, baby. Biggie, you know how it goes. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This beat was crazy. Done by DJ Premier. If you ain't got lyrical ability, you can't rock to a beat like this. 7-4 as you score so far.
Biggie, also known as the Bon Appetit. Rappers can't sleep, need sleeping. Big keep creeping, bullets keep sinking. Casualties need treating. Dumb rappers need teaching.
Alright, 7-4 so far as you score. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Why y'all so dumb now? Hunt me or be hunted. I got 357 ways
to simmer saute.
I'm the winner all day. Lights get dimmer down
Biggie's hallway.
My forte causes occasions to say. He sounds demented. Call we sainted. If I said it, I meant it. Like my tongue for no one. Call me evil.
It's unbelievable. Nine 4 is your score. 11-4 is your score. The Lakers making it look easy. It's either the competition or the Lakers just making a lot of teams look mediocre. But I can understand how you can make the OKC Thunder look mediocre. They're not that good.
I'm the triple beam green, 1,000 grams of uncut to the gut. It seems fucked up the way I touched up the grill trying to play.
Yeah, no Lonzo, no Zion Williamson tonight though, bro. So I don't know if you want to reclaim your statement. Zion Williamson is out due to coronavirus protocol. $13-4 is your score. Anthony Davis is cooking. Easy dunk for Anthony Davis. B-I-G-G-I-E. Get it? Biggie. Also known as the... You know, he killed that. Hold on for a minute. We had a commercial break. What's up?
The way you move that stuff, it's like I have to...
What you looking for?
The oil.
Oh. Wait, on this side. All right, we're back. The Laker game is still on. Looks like Lakers gonna blow out the Thunder. Man, the Lakers are really making the Western Conference look weak, man. The last few games have been looking like that. The only one that they got that made sense was against the Eastern Conference team. They had struggled against the Chicago Bulls. But against other Western Conference teams, they had it fairly easy to beat these guys, which was kind of weird. You know? So, waiting for the game to come back. You know what I'm saying? Ah, look at him. He came to his senses. Rockets for life. What up? You guys did pretty good in the trade. you know. But look out for them boys, man. They got 3 elite scorers. Kevin Durant is a closer, but make no mistakes about it. Kevin Durant is the best player on the team. It's his team. Question is, who's going to be the second fiddle? Who's going to be the second and third? I think you should make Kyrie the second fiddle because he was on the team first. To make him feel comfortable because he got an ego complex. So James Harden will have to get reduced to the third option. Pacers get Chris LeVert. The Cavaliers get Jared Allen. And Rockets get Dante Exum, Victor Oladipo, and a bunch of other stuff. So James Harden gets his wish. He's on a big super team. Yeah, you can make the playoffs, definitely. So you got Victor Oladipo, you got John Wall and Victor Oladipo as your backcourt. Not bad. Not bad at all. Also known as Biggie. Get it? All right. Now, you may be wondering what the Brooklyn. Yeah, that's a good layout. You may be wondering what does the Brooklyn Nets roster look like? Well, at your point guard, you got Kyrie Irving and Bruce Brown. Shooting guard, you got James Harden and Joe Harris. That's a good combo. With Landry Shamet coming off the bench with them and Larry Johnson. The shooting guards are solid. Small forward, Jeff Green. He's just small forward, and you're gonna move KD to the 4. So KD is your 4 with Reggie Perry being your backup. Your starting center is DeAndre Jordan and Nicholas Claxton. Okay. Now, what are the Brooklyn Nets' weakness, you may say? It's easy. It's the bench. The best player they got coming off the bench is Joe Harris. That's about it. And when he comes back, Spencer Dinwiddie. So, yep, John Wall is your leader now. So you're building around John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. You got solid pieces with Victor Oladipo. So you got John Wall, Victor Oladipo, and DeMarcus Cousins as your 3 main guys. And you could just build from there. Maybe you get a top draft pick. Well, you guys should be all right. But the team people are going to be talking about is obviously the Brooklyn Nets, because the team with the superstar people always look at as the winner. So that's not a bad lineup. I would move things around a little bit. Jeff Green will have to come off the bench now. I would move KD back to the 3. And I go out and look for a power forward that could rebound and play defense. Forget scoring points because you got enough guys able to score points. That's enough. Yeah, that's a lot of picks. So right now, the Nets are playing the New York Knicks. It's a battle for New York, but at least New York sports is back. We could get some good draft picks for the Knicks. You got a premier team in the Brooklyn Nets, Yeah, you couldn't get him, though. He got sent to Cleveland Cavaliers, I believe. You had to get several other teams involved just to complete this trade. What goes to show you how hard it was to trade James Harden. It was no easy task trading James Harden. They were waiting for the best pick, but they should have did this earlier. They would have got more if they did this earlier. The longer you wait, the less you get. I think they would have got even a better trade if they pulled the trigger earlier. The longer you hold on to a player that wants to leave, the less value you get back. No, Kevin Durant was the one pushing for James Harden to come. Kyrie Irving was the one that wasn't pushing for James Harden. He didn't care about James Harden coming. Yeah, you can. You got nobody disturbing the locker room now. But where does that leave you, Zach? Are you still going to be watching the Brooklyn Nets? Or are you going to still be following James Harden? So if James Harden wins a championship, are you going to be happy for him? But you know he's going to get penalized, right? Because he wins a championship. It's going to be because he's playing with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. That's what people are going to say, and vice versa for everybody else. But what I do know, if Kevin Durant continues where he left off from, which was beating LeBron, is going to be very disturbing to LeBron's career if he can't get past Kevin Durant no more. I remember when Kevin Durant was on the Golden State Warriors, even though he was on the Warriors, people were starting to say he's better than LeBron just for the simple fact because he was keep winning. They forget the fact that he was playing on the super team. Well, okay, that's what's up. But as you can see, the Nets need more work. They need more work. They need a better bench because they depleted half their whole team. They depleted their roster for, they depleted their roster for James Harden. Something that a lot of teams didn't really want to do. But after that interview, the Rockets was like, you know what, he got to go. 18-9 is your score. Even though the Lakers look slow, they still having their way with a lot of Western Conference teams. Dennis Schroeder is back in the lineup, y'all. 18-9. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Anthony Davis with the ball. I hear you, Zach. No bandwagon. That's a lot on their salary cap. James Harden is what? Around 30 plus million. Kevin Durant, 30 plus million. Kyrie Irving is around the same price. So that's 3 guys taking up a lot of money. So you got to get some good guys on the cheap. Yeah, Dennis Schroeder's an attacker, man. He tried to go for his. Are you surprised that the trade took place today, or you thought it was going to happen anyway? You was like, you know what? It's about time. Okay, 40 million. I think he's around 39. That's why I said 30-ish. Close to 40 million. I think he's 39, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a lot of money. So the Nets got to get some guys for cheap on the fly. They may not afford to keep Joe Harris and those guys if their contract is up. So everybody got to where they go. Anthony Davis was begging to come to the Lakers. He got his wish. James Harden was begging to come to the Brooklyn Nets. Got his wish. So if you demand a trade and you're a superstar player, you will most likely go to the team you want to go to. All you have to do is keep pushing. And Lakers need to play Kyle Kuzma. He could get his trade value up. Okay. Victor Oladipo is solid. Off his depot. Solid. Off his depot, Home Depot. That should be his nickname. Lakers running their offense, do AD, and AD go left, misses. Off his depot. You know? But it's going to be hard for LeBron to win another championship with that Nets team. Nets team standing in the way. Those are three guys in their prime. They're not old. LeBron James is getting older. He's 36 years old. You know, you think a 36-year-old LeBron is going to be able to stop Kevin Durant? I mean, you're just being unrealistic, man. It's just not realistic to think that. That's asking a lot. Oh, nice move. 17-24 so far. Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He's like a long spider. And Shooter does the same thing. A Euro step and a floater over a big. So I'm supposed the Brooklyn Nets will evaluate what they need. They got the whole regular season to look at these guys play together. But if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm rushing Kyrie Irving to come back. I want to see Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant all together so I can know what I'm missing and what I need. Huh? I don't know. That's a good question. What you cooking? Oh.
You can tell by the smell.
Yeah. So I think it's something. I'm going with LeBron and AD at that point. I like Durant and Kyrie Irving combo a little better. No, it's not about who's better. It's just about who I think functions better together. They're best friends. I think Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they just look good together. They feed off each other pretty well. But I think that extra superstar puts them over the top. They're going to win the championship is because they got that extra superstar. Montrezl Harrell launches a three and misses. And here come Kyle Kuzma attacking the basket to Montrezl Harrell, and Montrezl Harrell gets it. Montrezl Harrell could be a gift and a curse for the Lakers in the playoffs because you've seen how short he came up playing against the Clippers. You guys don't realize that. He didn't play good against the Clippers. I mean, he didn't play good for the Clippers in the playoffs. He was getting cooked by Luka. He was getting cooked by the Joker. So he's a question mark. No, this Laker team does look a little bit suspect. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It does look a little suspect. Well, see, it don't make a difference for you guys to tank because you got first-round draft picks. So you might as well just compete and see what you get. And then still get a draft pick. You can still get a good first-round draft pick, 1 through 5, and still make the playoffs. Same way the Boston Celtics get. So you got the future in your hands. That's all that matters. You could build from there. And you got enough star power to keep people in the seats. But for John Wall And Victor Oladipo. I don't know if you guys are going to keep Victor Oladipo going into the future. He could be used for trade bait in the future. See, but this is the thing about that trade, though, Zach. It's not about the Houston Rockets no more because they're a team for the future. It's about the Brooklyn Nets and what can they do right now, because Brooklyn Nets are built to win right now. The Houston Rockets is built to win yesterday. I mean, for tomorrow, not yesterday. So it's different. When you're talking about a futuristic team, you already know they're not going to win. So the question remains, that's why some people just think right now for the present, the present winner of this trade is the Brooklyn Nets. Because they could perhaps win a championship. If they get a championship out of it, then it was worth it. Even if it's just one championship, it's worth it. So the Brooklyn Nets are right now. They're not tomorrow. They're not yesterday. They're right now. And you need all your guys back together so they could go out and win. That's it. You need to know what the chemistry is and see who's going to do what. Who's going to be the second option? Because this is Kevin Durant's team. Kevin Durant is the best player on the Brooklyn Nets. You guys are for the future. So we could talk about, hey, you guys got some good young players coming into the future, but we know you're not going to win right now. None of those teams in the trade is going to win right now. The Cavaliers definitely ain't going to win right now. The Indiana Pacers ain't going to win right now. So this comes down to the Brooklyn Nets versus whoever is the second best team in the Eastern Conference to you. Whether you think that's Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers, or the Milwaukee Bucks. But I see no reason to why any of those teams should beat the Brooklyn Nets. No, I already got messages from some people worried because they think LeBron not going to win the championship no more now. I mean, like, so it was just about LeBron winning the championship for you then, So that goes to show you right there. Some of those people weren't real Laker fans. You guys just want to know if LeBron going to win or not because you're more LeBron fans. But LeBron got his work cut out for him. Let's not act like Kevin Durant is LeBron James is like seriously ahead of Kevin Durant. We be coming around talent for talent on the team, then it's going to be a ball. It's going to be a fight. Yeah, that's true. There's no guarantee. But you know what, Blue? There's no excuses for them. They better come out the East. No buts, ifs about it. They better come out the East. They got enough right now to come out the East with just that roster. Well, hey, man, that's a big challenge to beat. The game is more offensive minded anyway. So you got 3 offensive minded players on one team. They just have to learn how to share the ball and don't become too isolated with their basketball ability. You mean if he do lose, he will lose to Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant will be Finals MVP. James Harden will be a third option. He should know coming to this team, you're not going to be the first option. You're the third option on this team. The best player on his next team is Kevin Durant. This is Kevin Durant's team. Definitely not Kyrie's team no more. Even if he wanted it to be his team, it's not his team no more. He lost those rights due to his behavior. So now he has to take the back seat. So the question is, who's going to take the back seat, Kyrie or James Harden? Mel? Again?
That meal.
For yesterday? Oh, that's why he came early. Oh, that's why he missed. So, yeah. 31-25. Lakers up by 6. OKC is back in here. Now, out the West, the Lakers still have some question marks. Before I thought about this roster, and I said, you know what, they should automatically go to the finals. They still look a little suspect to me. They're bigs, they lack of rim protection. So we talk about the Brooklyn Nets being suspect on third option. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets being suspect on defense, but so is the Lakers. He is a third option because Kyrie was here first. And Kyrie ain't going to let James Harden just take his spot. This is the problem when you come to a stacked team. You got to pay your respects. James Harden will be a third option. You came to Kevin Durant. You came to Kyrie Irving. That's their team. So you're a third option. And Kyrie got something over James Harden that James Harden doesn't have. It's called a championship. And Kyrie Irving hit one of the biggest shots in the finals. James Harden never did that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can hear it from the phone base.
Really? So Kyrie Irving has more clout than James Harden. He definitely has more clout. And he could pull out that championship card on James Harden. James Harden, you're a third option, boy. You're gonna get penalized for playing on the super team. You gotta call it like it is. When you're on a super team, you get penalized. Now, I'm pretty sure if the Nets do beat the Lakers in the finals, the first thing people are gonna say is, "Oh, you won because you're playing on a super team. It's unfair to LeBron James." But what if LeBron goes out there and get more help? Then it becomes even Steven. Lakers got a couple guys that good enough to score 18 to 20 a game. Kyle Kuzma is supposed to be your third option. But if you do trade Kyle Kuzma, that third option, that guy you trade him for better be your third option. Lakers still have a better bench than Brooklyn Nets. That's for sure. Because the Brooklyn Nets only have Joe Harris coming off the bench. That's about it. That MVP card don't mean nothing when it comes to winning a championship, because people value championships more than anything. And that's the reason why your boy Harden wants to come to the Brooklyn Nets, because he wants a championship. He don't want to be ringless like a lot of other players. He thought about it and say, hey, I don't want to be in the same category as Karl Malone. You think Kyrie Irving, the guy that has Kobe mentality, is going to move over to James Harden? You got something else coming. But James Harden knows how to play third fiddle. He did it in OKC. Now he's going to do it again. There can only be one first option, two, and a three. That's how basketball goes. And James Harden is a third option. Kyrie Irving will be the second option. And if Kyrie don't get his way, then he's leaving Brooklyn. And that depletes the whole objection of a super team for them, because they can't lose Kyrie. So Kyrie could do whatever he wants. And the Brooklyn Nets just going to have to take it. See what they're doing right now. You think they're okay with the fact that he's missing games on purpose? But they got no other choice but to listen to Kyrie Irving, because he's a superstar. Give the superstar player whatever he wants. Unless Kyrie takes too much games off, then it'll be a problem. Yeah, we'll see. James Harden will have to play like an MVP. He will have to completely outshine Kyrie Irving. But we'll see, though. But somebody got to fall in line. But this is what we have to watch to see. Somebody got to be a number two and a three. Somebody going to have to be the bona fide closer when the game's on the line. Hey, you're going to go to me when the game is on the line. But hey, if you hot, you need to close out, we may give it to that guy. James Harden's basketball style is going to have to switch. He can't stand there dribbling on top of the key for 10 seconds. All of that dribbling for multiple seconds, that comes to an end. Now you're going to have to move the ball around. Now you got to play full team basketball. Somebody has to sacrifice. Oh, Montrezl Harrell with a vicious block. 40-27. Yeah, he can't do the playground ISO no more. It's over with. You know, somebody they have to come together and decide who's going to do what and change their style. But superstar players could always change. Superstar players could always say, hey, if I have to do this for the better good to win, that's what I'm going to do. I'm so good that I can switch my style up. So somebody has to be a third option. Even if you have James Harden as your third option, imagine having James Harden wide open for a three. That's a more better option than having like Chris Bosh shoot wide open threes, right? And you got to accommodate somebody's playing style. Kyrie Irving's a much smaller player. He needs to dribble and get past his defenders with multiple dribbles. James Harden is taller, so he doesn't need to do that as much. And he's bigger. So even if you feel James Harden is the better player, and realistically, yeah, he probably is. But at the same time, he has to sacrifice some of that just to win. Somebody got to sacrifice. And Kevin Durant would be one of the biggest sacrifices because he can't have the ball in his hands no more. Not as much. He's going to have to really move without the ball, and he has to be that defensive anchor. Bosh is good. He's solid. Chris Bosh is solid. Career got cut a little short due to the blood clots, but he's solid. You know, he changed his whole style up when he came to play with LeBron. He had to shoot threes. He become basically just a guy standing in the corner shooting threes because Wade and LeBron was doing all the perimeter work, attacking the basket. And that's a perfect example. Look at the big three in the Miami Heat. They went to the finals every year. Even when Dwayne Wade was declining, they still went to the finals every year. So keep that in mind. Big threes and superstars on your team will take you to the finals. You will almost get a free trip to the finals. James Harden don't even have to play a great game for the Brooklyn Nets to win. Oh, yeah, they would. They would have won championships regardless. You know, Kobe was in his peak. He was hungry for championships. Kobe would have got championships with Mark Gasol, Prince Gasol, Zach Gasol. It don't matter. He was going to get a championship that year. You know, he was just a man on a mission. You know, and it's funny because Kobe's championships were the last of respectable championships. You know, out of all the championships that you could debate, Kobe's championships was the last one that really was respectful because he won with just one All-Star, and that was Pau Gasol. Yeah, you know me, man. You know, every other championship outside of Kobe, then you go to like the Miami Heat Big Three, and then the Golden State Warriors. All those was just like super teams, right? So outside of Kobe, he was the last guy to win the championship with not really being called a super team, you know? Even this last championship with the Lakers, Anthony Davis is still a top 5 player. Dirks was respectable too. No question. No question. You know, so maybe Dirks, I completely forgot about that. Dirks was the last real respectable championship. Everything else after that was either super team or an injury took place or something happened, this guy was missing, that guy was missing. Oh, LeBron with a nice three. Step back three. LeBron 2 for 3 shooting the three ball. He's shooting good. He's shooting that three ball good. Now LeBron got 2 championships with the Miami Heat. And those championships are not really that respectable. No, only amongst his fanboys. And LeBron with another 3. Wow. He on fire right now. He's 3 for 4 shooting threes. With 3 threes. He on fire right now. And he draws the offensive foul. LeBron reclaimed the ball today. Look at that boy ball. He may be on fire tonight. LeBron may be on fire tonight. But he gonna have his work cut out for him trying to guard Kevin Durant. Maybe Kevin Durant could switch onto Anthony Davis, and LeBron could guard James Harden and switch over to Kyrie Irving sometimes. Because everybody say the Nets have no answer for AD. Well, guess what? The Lakers got no answer for Kevin Durant. I think he is because he didn't want him on the team. He want to win championships the Kobe Bryant way. But in order for him to do that, you got to bring your ass to the basketball court first. So 47-32 is your score. It's a 15-point lead. Take these off a little bit. 15-point lead. Make that a 17-point lead because not Anthony David. Horton Tucker scores. Now, Kyrie's bipolar. He's smoking space rocks. He on all types of extraterrestrial drugs. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the dude. He's extremely emotional, unpredictable, and just flat out unreliable. Yeah, thanks, man. These are the Dre beats. I use them for Bluetooth, or in this case, when I'm screaming the games. I put my headphones on because I can't have the audio speaking through here. But it's going to be very interesting to see what the Lakers do. How they're going to respond back. Yeah, he's retracting that now because a lot of people calling him out on that. But I'm pretty sure he still believes that. I got some LeBron fans just telling me, hey, I'm being realistic. The Lakers can't beat the Nets. Defense wins championships, but offense beats better defense. Remember that. Yeah, I heard about it. He in the same hospital Biggie Smalls died. Same hospital Biggie Smalls went to is the same one Dr. Dre is at. So a lot of big name celebrities have gone over there. So, yeah, man, it's just crazy. The Lakers got a good squad. If they just want to blow it up for another superstar, they could. Maybe they need to go out and get Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine could be that great third option. You already got 2 top 5 players in the league. So your third option don't need to be something crazy. Go and get Zach LaVine. I'm sure you could pull that trade off. If you get Zach LaVine, the Lakers been rumored to get Zach LaVine anyway. Pull it off. What up, Raw Status? Going over this Lakers game, man. How come every time I go on live for Laker games, they just blowing people out? It's never competitive. But if I wasn't live and I was doing the live for another game, it'd be competitive. 51-32. Man, the Lakers are playing either some weak teams in the Western Conference or they're just making these teams look weak. But yeah, OKC Thunder, you could argue that it's a weak team. So Friday they played the Pelicans. That's a good game. Thursday they played the Bucks. Then they got the Warriors, Bulls, and Cavaliers. So they got nothing but weak games. That's not a bad pickup neither. I mean, I think LeBron really prefers to play with a guy that can shoot the three ball more. DeMar DeRozan is not known to shoot the three ball that much. Even though he got better this season, I think it's better to get Zach LaVine, to be honest with you. I think it'd be less harder to get Zach LaVine than DeMar DeRozan, because DeMar DeRozan is on the Spurs. And Spurs don't really do business with the Lakers like that. So I wouldn't put too much stock in DeMar DeRozan. I go after Zach LaVine. He's younger. He could score. He had some 40-point games, 38-point games. Why not make him your third legit option? You don't need another superstar. You can have a borderline all-star. Zach LaVine is perfect for a third option. Sometimes you got to get a guy that's perfect for a third option. You don't need to go overboard. And that's the problem that the Nets is going to have. Somebody has to be willing to be a third option and openly willing to do it. And none of those guys look like they're going to be taking a step back from their career just to benefit the other guy. It's going to have to be sacrifice basketball. Nah, Cavaliers ain't making the playoffs. Yeah. You remind me of Raptors saying that, because Raptors said the Cavaliers was going to make the playoffs. But that's not bad. You got yourself rim protection and shot blocking and all that other stuff. I don't know, because the trade just happened. I don't think the Cavaliers could. I think the NBA still has that rule. Once you make a trade, you can't just trade the guy after you just acquired him from another team. Yeah, Zach LaVine would be great. He's a perfect player for a third option. Not too low, not too high, just right there. He's not going to get in your way. He's not going to be a guy that be a head case. He's not going to be a guy for you to say, oh, he wants to be the man on his team. He would exactly know his role. I'm playing with AD and LeBron. I could take a step back. I think the Knicks will probably make the playoffs. Let's hopeful thinking. Yeah, I mean that's what they're going to do. I mean, if James Harden wanted to become a Laker, Kyle Kuzma, Horn Tucker, all them guys wouldn't been on that team right now. If James Harden said, I don't want to go to no other team but the Lakers, he would have been a Laker. He chose the Nets. He had to choose for a reason. Him and Kevin Durant had to have some conversation. You don't wake up just one morning and say, I want to play with Kevin Durant. He called him up, and they probably had a talk. And, he said, yo, you can come over here. We'll play with you. You notice he's playing with all his ex-teammates. He played with Westbrook. That didn't work out, ex-teammate. But they still remain good friends. Now he's friends with Kevin Durant. Now he's want to play with his ex-buddy. It's because they put the butts in the seats. And, the league just caters to superstars, man. It's the reason why a lot of people watch basketball games, because they're superstar driven. The NBA is a superstar driven sport where one star player could dictate a whole franchise. He could say what I want, when I want, because he's one that giving the franchise money. A lot of these franchises are owned by billionaires, right? But keep in mind, they don't have nobody for you to buy tickets to go and watch. Okay, let's say there was no COVID. A team like the Cleveland Cavaliers loses fans without a superstar because nobody buys tickets no more. They look at it as, oh, those guys are a bunch of bums. I don't want to waste my money. It's the same way how New Yorkers have towards the Knicks. I don't want to waste such and such money on the Knicks. They ain't got nobody worth watching. That's how people's mentality is. But if you put a superstar there, people will come out the woodwork to see you play. So it's a financial business thing because you generate a lot of entrants and you generate a lot of money for your company. So you get pampered. Why you think LeBron has so much power is because he generates your attention, whether you like it or not. You know, LeBron is on everybody's mind a lot. You know, he's on every headline in the story. He's all over the media. He generates a lot of attention. So rather you tune in to see him fail or rather you tune in to see him succeed, you're still watching LeBron James. I wouldn't call John Wall a superstar. I'll call John Wall an all-star. He has to get back into all-star shape because he just came back. But he's definitely not a superstar. If John Wall demanded a trade, the Houston Rockets would be like, go back and play basketball. You know, because he don't have that clout. I didn't even get your message, bro. I just get a point. Sparkling peach. It's sparkling water. Oh, Bradley Beal. That's a good pickup. You know. But Bradley Beal's the type of dude that don't want to go to these super teams. He don't want to be part of no super team. He'd just rather be the guy that be the man himself. But Bradley Beal is not second option material. He's not first option material. He's perfect third option material. He's another one. You got to think third option. You want to make the perfect team, you got to pick guys around you that know a good role. You don't want to overly stack the deck with too much alphas on one team. You know, the Nets got 3 alphas on one team. Somebody got to take a backseat. Now, you may not call James Harden the alpha no more because his reputation as a competitor took a hit. You know, people are going to look at it. Hey, you had to go to the Brooklyn Nets to win. You know, you didn't stick it out with the Houston Rockets to win. And if his heart was into it, that Houston Rockets team would still make the playoffs. It could have still been a good team, still got him more pieces if he played his heart out. But he didn't do it. He made up his mind and said, I don't want to be there. He basically quit on the Houston Rockets. I mean, there's no but ifs about it. You got the Lakers in 6? I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure the Brooklyn Nets are going to get more pieces. Now, I went over their roster. Yeah, he did give up on the team. You know, he flat out gave up on the team. That last interview was the final straw. Because when he said, I did all I could do for this franchise, he's basically saying, I'm done. I gave you guys enough. You know, well, it's never enough until you actually win. So karma may be on James Harden's side. If he gets hurt or something happens, you could call it karma. Not all super teams succeed in their first season. But one thing's for sure, the Brooklyn Nets will win the championship. It's just a question of when. If they stay together, they're going to win the championship. Assuming no injuries happen, you're just going to have to put up with them winning the championship. There ain't going to be no three-peat for the Lakers. Lakers got a better bench than the Nets. Joe Harris, the best player coming off the bench. Look at this. Look at these bench players, bro. Bruce Brown, Nicholas Claxton, Reggie Perry. You got Taylor Johnson. You know, Landry Shamet. He's okay. He's solid. You know, but they need better. They need a better bench. They want to hang with the Lakers. Maybe they could find a diamond in the rough in the G League or something, or just a big that could play defense. $58-45, another blowout win for the Lakers. Man, I swear to God, Lakers are like running amok through these Western Conference teams, and they got an easy schedule so far. Yeah, they lost a lot on the bench and the supporting cast, but that's what you have to do to get a superstar. You got to deplete your team. Whenever you do a trade, you got to deplete your roster just to get the superstar. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to turn down a superstar player. They just say, "Hey, I work around it. I got a big three. I could find somebody. I could find decent role players. I could find a guy willing to play defense, and they're going to improve their team. So they're going to win. That bench is not going to be their continuing bench as time goes by. Joe Harris would be the only complete player they have coming off the bench, and Spencer Dinwiddie next season. But they could find replacements. There's always a Dwight Howard out there. There's always a guy that just can't get a job in the league, that needs a job. Look at Carmelo Anthony. Look how long it took him to find a home. And Brooklyn and the Portland Trailblazers still the only team willing to take Carmelo Anthony. You think he may be overrated? No, he's going to lose a little respect. That's for sure because he's joining a super team. That's a little too early to say, man. I mean, I don't know. You got to get it done first, Miami Heat big three was pretty devastating. The Cleveland Cavalier big three. Kyrie and Kevin Love was two premier players. Kevin Love was a premier player at the time. Halftime report, 58-46. So one thing's for sure, James Harden is going to lose a little respect, What up, loyalty? Man, he may be taking some L's to the Brooklyn Nets. And before you come in here, James Harden did not join the Nets thinking about LeBron James. That's the team he wanted to go to. He probably was talking to Kevin Durant way before he even got on the team. I'm pretty sure the Lakers would do something to counter this sooner or later anyway, assuming if they lose this season. If the Lakers lose to the Nets this season, they're going to come back and get different pieces. So if LeBron makes it to the finals and he gets another finals loss against this Nets team, that's another loss, nevertheless. It's still on your record. Regardless of what the circumstance is, it's still a loss. But loyalty, what you think of this James Harden to the Nets thing? Yeah, but you know what? That narrative is going to change now because he got two other guys that could back him up. Okay, we see. I wouldn't call that easy, man. I think that's a little delusional to think that that they're just going to run amok through that team, man. You can't stack the deck and have three superstars in one team and not think nothing of it. So if the Lakers lose to the Nets, there's no excuses for LeBron. He gets no excuses. He's just going to have to take that L. Yeah, that was a big choke, but he did have some playoff moments he come due too. You just got to keep it real about it, man. That's going to be a hard team to beat. They're going to win the championship sooner or later, and they're going to stand in the way. LeBron is going to have his hands full trying to guard Kevin Durant. Lakers got no answer for Kevin Durant. Nobody on that team going to stop Kevin Durant from scoring. I think the only one that could stop Kyrie on the Lakers is Kyrie. James Harden, you could do some stuff to get underneath his skin and stop him. Some old tactics you could use against him. But even if he comes up short and he just averages 15, 17 a game, you still got Kyrie and Kevin Durant to help him out. Loyalty. Speaking of, you don't think Brooklyn that good? Man, they're not even done yet. They're going to see how those three guys play together. Then they're going to improve that roster. And Lakers got defensive problems too. So if the Nets got defensive problems, so do the Lakers. Lakers give up a lot of points. I don't know if they want to keep giving up points to the Brooklyn Nets. That's a game you don't want to play. Giving up points to the Brooklyn Nets. Now they got all that firepower. Kevin Durant could guard LeBron, especially now. At his age, he definitely should be able to guard LeBron. Okay, but you got to take that with a grain of salt. Look at what they're doing right now. Okay, they're beating on the OKC Thunder. Within a couple of games, 5 games from now, they're not even playing quality teams. They're playing against the Chicago Bulls, the Golden State Warriors, the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is how the regular season could be fool's gold. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be beating up on these teams. Hey, you better. Brooklyn Nets going to be in that same list pretty soon. Yeah, see, but loyalty last year wasn't a super team. It was evenly constructed. Each team had 2 all-stars and role players. The only super team in the NBA is the Brooklyn Nets. You know? The only super team in basketball right now is the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody else is just 2 all-stars and role players. Or maybe 1 all-star and role players. We had the Clippers beat. Some of us had the Clippers beating the Lakers last year. Yeah. But Clippers was not a super team. Neither was the Lakers. I don't know. Biggie Smalls happy about right now. Biggie Smalls is the illest. He happy right now. A championship gonna come to Brooklyn. I mean, you could at least say this, loyalty. If you don't think a championship coming to Brooklyn, come on, man. If it's not this season, it's definitely next season. Super teams always figure out a way to win. Especially superstar players in their prime. Maybe so. No, but he ain't shutting Kevin Durant down. And all those guards on the Lakers, none of them could handle Kyrie Irving. Not a single one of those guards is going to give Kyrie Irving problems. He's going to dance on all of them. But yeah, loyalty, man. We went on live earlier talking about, James Harden going to the Nets, man. Would have been good to have you on that one. You get your opinion. Well, put it this way: if he can beat Kevin Durant and all them boys, that would look really impressive on his resume. But what won't look good on his resume is a loss to Kevin Durant for the 3rd time. Regardless of what rosters you have, he's set to lose to Kevin Durant 3 times in the finals. Okay, so you holding back your opinion to see them play. That is true. Both teams, I think, got defensive issues, if you ask me. Especially Lakers had a defensive issue in the interior, the paint. And Montrezl Harrell didn't look good last year in the NBA playoffs. So I don't know. Well, I agree with you on that. He's definitely not the GOAT for me neither, Zach. But if he could beat the Brooklyn Nets, that'd be real impressive. But I think he's going to take an L to the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to have to take it, even if it's not this year, then next year. So we're going to see what was up. We're going to see what's up once and for all. But Kevin Durant is set to go 3-0 against LeBron in the finals. Well, 3-1 because LeBron did beat him once. So 3-1. But if you're going to do this recent years, it's 3-0 in recent times. And LeBron can't have no more losses on his finals resume. 6 is more than enough. You can't have 6. You can't have more than 6. As if that's not enough. But you can't get to that 7th or 8th mark. You know, if you ain't gonna win the championship, you might as well don't go to the finals. Okay, so you said nothing he did with Golden State counts. Does that same logic apply with the Brooklyn Nets to you, Raw? So if he beats LeBron with the Brooklyn Nets, does that count for you as a respectable championship or no? I'd rather not have. I don't want that. I don't want no finals records losses on my record. Not at all. Jerry West got 8 of them. I don't see nobody going around saying he to go. I don't want all them finals losses. Hell no. Because the finals is the biggest stage there is. I don't want all them losses. I don't want even more if it gets to this point. What if he gets a 7 finals loss? Okay. If he was 8-8, well, that's a different story, but he's not. You know, he got more losses than wins. Now, if he just broke even, you know, it's bad, but then again, it's not that bad. But you're missing the final part. It's still 8 losses. How about 8 wins with no finals loss? Or probably two finals loss at the most. I don't want 8 finals losses. You know, but he's never going to get to 8-8 to begin with anyway. So it's just pie in the sky. He's either going to finish with 4-6, 4-7, or something like that. You know, but this is not the end of super teams. They're gonna get more and more. They're gonna come more. Hell no, no, it's not. 6-0 is definitely better. A winning record will always beat 6 finals losses. You know, he already lost that debate, Loyalty, because outside of you and probably like a small group of people, nobody thinks he's the GOAT. You know, you're gonna have to pick somebody else. Somebody else needs to come along and surpass Mike. It ain't gonna be LeBron now. He got too much losses on his finals record. Here we go, another one. I think LeBron will retire probably with 4 championships, 5 if he's lucky. But nobody's going to be calling him the GOAT. He's going to get the same treatment as Kobe got. Then they're just going to move on to the next guy and hype the next guy up and see if he can surpass Mike. Yeah, that's a big meltdown. That's still on his record. 2011 is on the record and 2014. Finals is a team accomplishment, but as a superstar, you take the bulk of the success, but you're also going to have to take a bulk of the losing too. No, you don't get a free pass for losing. It's still on the record. That's wishful thinking. I don't think he's getting 6 championships. Oh, yes, it does matter. It happened. You can't erase. You can't damn no stat 2011 Raw. Was you the Avengers now? You're gonna don't exist. 2014 don't exist. No, it's not. It's a losing record. He don't even have more wins than he have more losses than wins. How's that better? I take the wins on any given day. And he may get the business done to him by Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant may beat LeBron 3 times in the finals now. If Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets beat the Lakers, no excuses. No, the Lakers know the trade taking place. They can make a trade to get a big. They could get a little bit better. But if you guys are really that good, you should be able to beat the Brooklyn Nets as is. So, but we'll see what happens. But if they can't beat the Brooklyn Nets, and he gets a 7th loss on his finals record due to Kevin Durant, it's a wrap. You know? Nah, I ain't praying. I mean, if LeBron could beat him, more power to him. You know, I give him all the respect in the world. But you got to do it. It's not going to be easy. I think you guys are sleeping on the Brooklyn Nets. They got, MVP caliber players. 3 of them. Now you can make a case. Kevin Durant is neck to neck with LeBron, or even just better, because Kevin Durant is a better defender than LeBron right now. He's definitely a better scorer. The only thing LeBron does better than Kevin Durant right now is playmake. He's a better playmaker. I think that will never change. But if you look at a lot of things across the board, Kevin Durant actually edges him now, being to the fact that he's in his prime and the other guy's coming out of his prime. Now, in ratings, if you're doing all-time greatest list, LeBron is above Kevin Durant. But as of right now, who's the better player? I mean, you can make a better case for KD being the better player right now. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. He actually was a better defender on Golden State, too. His defense became better when he played on Golden State. Durant makes scoring look kind of easy. He needs 3 All-Stars. Come on, Lloyd. You think Brooklyn is overrated? You can't have that much talent on one team and say they're overrated, though. He said only 1%. He's trying to make me laugh, man. Well, I don't know. Brooklyn Nets.
Ball's going to be out of bounds. 9 to shoot.
The Brooklyn Nets play good team ball. That I give them that, because they made the playoffs without Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. But yes, they got rid of that core, but they still have some of those players back. They don't have all of them, but they still have a good amount. Those guys play hustle basketball. They're scrappy. Realistically, LeBron had 2 big threes. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were all-stars prior to LeBron going there. It's not like they were just like players that came out of nowhere. They're already being established as all-stars. He said he can't wait for LeBron dices up Brooklyn. I don't know, man. This is just not going to be easy. But if he could do it, I give him full credit. But that's a man. He had big threes. He had two of them, actually. Kevin Love was one of the best power forwards in the game. That's why the Cavaliers wanted him. And you had Kyrie Irving, one of the best point guards in the game. A guy LeBron himself said was the best point guard in the game. That was a big three, especially for the East, because they had the East on lock with that big three. Look at the East; they got more competitive now because there's no more there's no one guy with a big three taking up all the talent. Now that's going to be the Brooklyn Nets. Maybe that's going to be the Brooklyn Nets. No, but the only big three in the NBA is Kevin Durant. K Love is not a superstar; he's an all-star, but nevertheless, he's an all-star. 3 all-stars on one team in a prime is a super team or more. Yeah, he did have the East on lock. That's for damn sure. But he controlled the East, so you got to put that into good play too. He had the best role players, and he had the best superstars. Actually, no team in the East had 3 all-stars really on their team. The Cavaliers were the only team with 3 all-stars on it. So was the Miami Heat. They beat teams like the Indiana Pacers, stuff like that. The Indiana Pacers wasn't a super team. Now I'm gonna say they all ran to the East. You know, you still got some good competition out the West, man. It's just a simple fact that he came at the right time. James Harden wanted to leave the Rockets. You know, that was a final draw. If he went to the Lakers, you guys would be saying the Lakers going to three-peat. But the fact that he went to the Brooklyn Nets, and the Brooklyn Nets poses a big threat to LeBron winning more championships, you know, people don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, T? Where you been, T? We went on live earlier. We was talking about James Harden going to the Nets. I did a little special, you know, got people's opinions on it, you know. But I got my boy over here, Loyalty, man. He's sweating hard because the Brooklyn Nets got James Harden, man. You know, he's in fear. But he won't admit it though. I know deep down inside, he's like, man, that team scared the hell out of me. Yo, T, what you think of this Brooklyn Nets big three? The only big three in basketball right now, man. So Loyalty say he cool. I'm just messing with you, Loyalty. You know, but you gotta admit, bro. Come on, man. That's a hell of a team, man. That's a hell of a big three. Now let's not act like James Harden won MVP. Kevin Durant won an MVP. You know, the only dude on the team that didn't win an MVP was Kyrie. But he would have been up for MVP if he wasn't acting the fool and actually coming to play games. Yeah, no doubt. So, T, what you think? If the Lakers play the Nets in the NBA Finals, do they win? And I just looked at the Lakers' last 5 games. They're playing very suspect teams, you know. So they should blow out all these teams. I don't know if I should even watch those games. I should probably look forward to another game. Oh, LeBron with a deadly three. So that's for you, Loyalty. LeBron out here cooking threes. He on fire shooting that 3 ball though. LeBron fucking people up with that 3 ball. Let me see what is LeBron for. He's 4 for 7 with the 3 ball. So I guess he got trigger happy with the 3, but keep on shooting it. You on fire? Keep on shooting it, bro. You know, he's on fire right now, man. But let's see if you can sustain that offense against Kevin Durant, though. Ah. Boy, too. Loyalty, I think you're just not respecting the Nets that much. You could at least say they're going to go game 7. No, you could at least say that. Man, Loyalty, you cracking me up, boy. No, man, I love talking to Loyalty, man. He makes me laugh. What? He's not getting MVP this season, bro. I doubt LeBron gets MVP this season. He'd be in the race, though. He'd be in the race. You fear the Clippers? Bro. No. I can't believe you just said that. I feel you. I feel you. But man, it don't take a Stevie Wonder could see that a team with 3 All-Stars in their prime is deadly. Yeah. Clippers a better matchup? Oh wow. That LeBron and Kawhi Leonard matchup is interesting. But so is LeBron versus Kevin Durant, you know? No. But your Loyalty, if the Nets do beat the Lakers, y'all can't give no excuses. I don't want to hear no but ifs. You're gonna have to give Kevin Durant his respect and say, hey, they beat us. And Kevin Durant seems to keep doing up one level. Every time LeBron does something, Kevin Durant takes it to the next level. It's like he beats LeBron at his own game. Okay, you want to play with a top 5 player in Anthony Davis? I'm going to go out and get some more help. So many what ifs. We'll see, man. I mean, I have to say what if because we didn't see the finals yet, So, but he took all of LeBron's super team forming and he took it to the next level. And he always ups LeBron on that super team stuff. So he may get the edge in LeBron in this. But it's going to be hard for LeBron to beat them boys. And I think James Harden knows, hey, if I go to the Brooklyn Nets, I could win the championship. But he don't want to be in the same category with Karl Malone and them dudes with no ring. A new spiced up version of Westbrook, KD, and Harden. That actually sounds very interesting, Durant invented the super team. No, he didn't. Everybody took that lead for LeBron. No, but the Lakers could definitely be in trouble, man. Without a doubt, the Lakers could be in trouble. So I know Mike probably going to come on here later, and he's going to ask, did I listen to his music? So for you, Mike, I'm going to listen to it because I promised I was going to listen to it. And me being the man of my word, I'm going to do that as soon as I get in here. He makes music, and he wants me to check out his music. Okay. Is that his music? Okay, I gotta see if that's his music. I don't know, but I know the Lakers will meet the Clippers in the playoffs. That's going to be interesting too. Battle for LA. Okay, I'm going to take it as King's Entertainment. It's this dude. Yeah, it got to be him. What the hell, man?
Functioning website for your business. Right from your phone. Go to Wix.com.
Search for the type of site you want to create. Give your site a name.
All right, hold on for a minute. I'm trying to log on to my boy's name and see what happens.
Fresh. That's the one.
76-50 is your score so far. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check out Raw Diggs right now while you here, Zach. Because if I say I'm gonna do it later, I'm most likely not, because I'm gonna get busy. So I got a lot of requests from people. People told me to check some of their stuff out, and I want to be a man of my word to prove that I've been actually listening to it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Is this his music, though?
Somewhere I can be free. I wanna go somewhere I can move my feet to the beat.
I gotta check it out, man. I'll play your Rod Diggs next, but this dude told me check out his site on YouTube called King's Entertainment LLC. And I don't know if he makes this type of music, but this is like some foreign type of music. You know, it's not my cup of tea, you know, but I mean, if the beat was hot or fly, I still would say it was tight. Let's see. I can't find it. Boston Celtics had a big three too. You know, they haven't had an upcoming superstar in Rajon Rondo at the time. But let's look at this. Rod Diggs is the guy you want me to look up? Why is this thing this ain't like he got mind of his own? All right. Let's see what Zach was trying to tell me about. 79-54 is your score.
And my hand takes hold on judgment. I will take vengeance upon mine enemies, and I will repay those who hate me. Oh Lord.
Is this Rod Diggs? Is this the dude you telling me about, Zach? Oh, it just stopped for some reason.
Now while they talk about fiction, I'ma spit real rap. Irrefutable, try to dispute my facts. My mom's got cancer and my pop smoke crack. So imagine in the middle.
Is this it?
Born out of that, I was forced with a decision. Either I'm gonna starve or risk going to prison. But I was going to November, early September. 9-6 handcuffed on the court bench. Nigga, I'm sick, only 14 years. But that's the last time I let a nigga see tears. Nobody gave me nothing, no father figure. Raised by my older cousins, helped me serve niggas. They helped me burn niggas. Gave me the hammers.
Okay.
Contributed to the death toll in the Bammers. Downtown Brooklyn, I'ma stop with all that. Too much information to make me my own rap. But I'm talking about
yeah, you know it.
The reason they ain't buying them is dying.
Yeah, I think that's the Rod Diggs, bro. Hold on, Peter Cash. I bring you in a minute.
Security is max and majority is black. So is the president, but niggas is still trapped. Time stop Clinton said quitting and cash out. Cause niggas is still trapping, cause niggas is cash strapped. Niggas seeing dollars to flip the NASDAQ. So irrational decisions, go get them my ass cracked. Full of that isolated and confined, where it's only reprieve is the preservation of mind. With no hesitation, I wanna be elite. That's gonna play the judge and the jury in the street. I'ma wave the heat, I solemnly swear. Before I let them give me 120 years, 120 years. Imagine that day my niggas starved.
All right, Zach. If that's the dude. Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess that is him then. Because Zach told me check out this dude from Brooklyn. You know, so I guess he nice, man. He pretty nice with it. Now I could get with it, and the link is right there. Peter Cash. So yeah. What it do, Mr. BK?
Hey, P, what up, man? I see you bumping that Rod Diggs, man.
Yeah, hey man.
Yeah, we
Zach
from
told
the
me to check
same
it out.
hood. We from Bama, feel me? He from
Oh,
Bama.
okay. Oh, okay. He told me to
Same,
check it out. He told
same
me to check it out.
projects, feel me? Huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he told me to check it out. So I was
Yeah,
like,
man. Bro
you know,
locked up.
oh, he like he got fired though, man. He got
Yeah,
heat. You know
yeah,
that's
facts.
that street hit. That's the type of hip hop I like. Off the
Yo,
block.
listen, man. Like, yo, listen, bro. Like, his lyrics got him indicted.
Oh, word.
Yeah, for me, like they use that against him in court.
Hmm.
Some
Damn,
sucker shit.
damn, I had that.
That's
All
my
right,
man,
oh,
Uncle.
he got another request. Devin the dude. I'm gonna pop him next. After I'm done talking to Hoop Facts T, I'm gonna pop Devin the dude for you. Man.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, listen, man. Man, I feel.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
man. About
Yo,
that
I
whole.
went on. Hold on for a minute. I went on live to talk about the James Harden going to the Nets. You know, we got everybody voicing their opinion. Now it's your turn. So I want to tell. I know you probably a little pumped up for it. It's in your city, man. Brooklyn, stand up. What you
Nah,
think,
see,
bro?
nah, I don't like it. I don't like it because, like, yo, like these dudes. Yo, listen, man. Damn, like our era of basketball is straight full of suckers.
Yeah,
Like, I want to see motherfuckers compete. I don't want to see this bitch ass super team shit. This shit is
yeah.
whack.
You know what? I don't like super teams either, but I got no choice but to deal with it, man. It's just the day and age of
like,
basketball. You know what I'm saying?
my nigga, like how many MVPs you gonna play with?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like KD is like I told you when I was just talking about KD and I told you he was a sucker, and
Well,
you say, yo, this is his time to prove he can do it by himself. He still ain't trying to prove it.
well. And yo, that team was a team James Harden wanted to go to for quite some time. So I know him and Kevin Durant was close. There's no way he just woke up one
Yo,
morning and
both of
said,
them
"I want
niggas is
to Nets."
suckers, yo.
You know they were talking to each other, right?
Yo, listen. Yeah, of course. Like this right here proves my case. Kawhi been the best player in the NBA for some years now,
Mm,
hands down.
okay.
I haven't seen a player win a chip Dolly since Dirt and Kobe. Man, come on.
Okay, I hear that. But damn, man, you gotta admit, I think this team gonna win the championship. Though. I don't know when.
I mean, yo, they should. What?
I mean, they
What?
got to. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got no choice.
This is the best degree of all time.
Yeah. You think
Come
so?
on, man. Yeah, bro. Like as far as talent, what the fuck? Yo, you got three MVPs. Remember, nigga, Kyrie got an All-Star MVP.
Yeah.
If you could win an
Yeah.
All-Star MVP, you could get a regular MVP.
Kyrie Irving could be a nominee for MVP this season if he actually get on the court to play.
Yep.
Because that's what he was playing like the MVP early in the season until he started doing that old spaced out shit.
Listen, man, I don't like it because, like, man, it just proves a point. James Harden is not a superstar, and
Yeah.
and Kevin Durant is not that guy.
Mm. And T in the chat say LeBron did more to get AD to LA than KD did to get, I guess, James Harden to the Nets.
Man, I don't like LeBron, but that's not even a point right now. That don't even make no
Yeah.
sense, bro. I mean, LeBron is a bitch ass nigga too,
yeah,
but he's not the bitch ass nigga of the day now.
yeah.
LeBron,
That goes to
fucking
James
James
Harden
Harden,
right
James Harden, and Kevin Durant and Kyrie,
now. Right.
because they
Okay,
all
you know what?
approve.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you spoke. Kyrie don't want James Harden on that team, though. But
Oh
I mean, there's
well,
nothing he could do about it.
I fucks with Kyrie then.
You know, this was all Kevin Durant's idea. Kevin Durant was the guy that was asking for James Harden to come.
If you Kevin Durant, if you feel you're the best player in the world,
Right,
why would you want with James Harden? Look, and you just got all this flack from the Golden State rings, and that's why you left
yeah,
Golden State
right.
because you felt you ain't getting your props that you deserve.
Word.
So why would you go and create a worse situation for yourself? This is worse than the Golden State team, man. It should be.
Hey, man, this shit is crazy, man. You got three top scorers in the league, all on one squad. Somebody got to make a sacrifice to play defense.
Bro, nobody wants to compete no more, bro. Like,
Yeah, that.
that's why I
My man,
fucks with.
Loyalty said KD a cupcake.
Yep.
Yo, Loyalty, if you want to come up in here, you can. I know you like talking too sometimes, man. So you want to voice your opinion on this? 'Cause I didn't get your opinion on my last stream. I got Raw, I got everybody came in and voiced their opinion. I had like two dudes on at the same time talking about James Harden incident. So if you want to jump on here too, Loyalty, you can.
Bro.
So,
Like,
but yeah, man, I was waiting for you, man. I said, I wonder what this dude think about
yo,
this.
you should have texted me, man. You should have hit me, told me you was on.
Yeah,
I
I
had to
should.
go look. Yo, I just went to look for you. I said, yo, let me find that nigga Pete, man. And see what he up to. I went to fucking subscriptions. I said, oh yeah, he on. I
Yeah,
gotta see what bro
yo,
talking about.
I was busy talking to these other brothers, man. Sometimes it just slipped my mind, you
Nah,
know. But
facts. Nah, facts, man. You a fucking busy man.
yeah, man. Hey, I was outside when the news hit. You know,
Enjoying that Cali weather, huh?
yeah, man. I did like a little 2 minute video outside on the block because I was outside when this whole trade talk was coming down.
He said I did a 2 minute video on the block outside.
No downside. I said, you know what? Let's just go on and talk about this, you know. But yeah, man.
Yo, look, bro. Like this shit is so crazy. I was like, wait, what? I thought they was just chatting in the beginning. I'm like, are you
Yeah, man.
serious?
And you know, I've been heard about it like hours ahead, and I said, "Oh, it's just a rumor, man. It didn't go down yet." But then
Yeah.
when I started seeing the reports come out, I said, "Oh, actually, this is legit." You know, so
I'm like,
yo, it took three teams to get involved to trade James Harden: the Pacers, the Cavaliers, and the Rockets, of course.
bro, it goes to show how weak our league is becoming. Like,
Yeah,
where is the competition? Like, this is why I love Kawhi Leonard, bro, because you see why now? We can talk all that shit about, oh, he lost a 3-1 lead and this and that.
right.
He could have took the easy way out.
Yeah,
I
he could have
respect.
joined LeBron.
Yep.
Mm.
Like, you see what a next motherfucker would do. Like,
Yeah,
so how can we talk about Kevin Durant and LeBron James and compare them to the greats when they haven't took the same steps the greats have?
yeah,
How can we compare them?
true that.
D Wade did. He won a ring with Washed Up Shaq.
Word.
I respect him for that.
Hell yeah.
But what
Yeah,
LeBron? But
I put the link in there, Loyalty. So you want to come in, you can. You know,
but as far as Kevin Durant and LeBron legacy, we have to question their legacy of
yeah,
when it comes to winning their rings.
right. True that.
Because we held them to the same accountability as Michael Jordans and the Kobe's and Magic Johnsons.
Right, that's true.
How can we do that and they form super teams to win rings?
Word.
How is that possible, bro?
Man, it's just, bro, that's just nuts, man. This will be his second championship with another super team.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so,
Right?
But
Don't get me wrong. The talent is there,
yeah,
but as far as the heart and no, it's not there.
uh, okay. So let me ask you this: if they beat the Lakers, how would you interpret that? Would you look at that as a valid championship or no?
No, they should beat the Lakers. What the fuck? Like, what?
Word.
They should even beat the Clippers as well. The Clippers is my team. They should. Like, it don't mean they are, but they
Right.
should.
Hell yeah, man.
I still think if they face the Clippers, yeah, we're gonna beat them, but they should beat us.
Yeah.
Why not?
My man T said the point is to win them chips. So
Huh?
my man T in the chat says the point is to win championships.
Yeah, I mean, like it is, but that's like saying, like, to motherfuckers who make money, like the point is to get the bread, but we out here robbing old ladies. Like, no, it's more, it's morals to this shit, man.
Yeah, I feel
That's
it.
just like saying like the moral is to fuck all the bitches, but you raping them. No,
Yeah.
you got,
That's crazy. Man, that's a crazy analogy, but it does make
no.
sense.
I'm just listen. Compare that to this crazy ass basketball analogy, right or wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
That's basically what he's saying in basketball terms.
Yo, man.
We just out here raping shit on the court.
Yeah. He
Word,
said, my man T said it's apples versus oranges. So, but yeah, man. I was waiting for you to come on. I should have texted you to come on when I was live for the first one because everybody was coming in. You know, I could have had you like on the same time with everybody else. You know.
yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, man. They fucking up the league, bro. Like, damn. Like,
Right.
we, bro, like a year ago, and like even this year, we talking about the NBA. It's been this. It haven't been this good in a while. Remember?
Yeah, it been kind of. I made videos before saying it was watered down. Like the league is a bit watered down. Like I'm watching this Lakers game. This game is watered down. You know, so I don't know, man. I guess this is going to bring some ratings back because it's a big three. I mean, the NBA likes some of that big three stuff for money. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But that kind of that kind of fucks up the league at the same time, though.
Word. All right, yo, who? I got another caller online. I got Loyalty. He want to come in next, so I'm gonna come back to you.
All right.
All right, Loyalty. You could come in. You could check on in. I'll give you the link. So let's see what his perspective is and what Loyalty got to say. Should be hating on the football team. Hey, man. No doubt, but I think people view football a little different from basketball because it's so much star driven. Basketball being it is, it's so much star driven. So, Loyalty, if you're still in the building, I put the link in there because you said you wanted to come on next after Hoop Facts was gone. All right, here come Loyalty. Loyalty in the building, King of Kansas City. What it do?
What's the deal?
What's
the deal,
up, man?
Perk?
What's up, man? All right, so what's your take on this Kevin Durant going to the Nets, man? I didn't get your opinion on it either.
Me personally, I'm. So you probably thinking I'm over here shaking in my boots, like, oh, they got the next big three. But I don't look at it like how you look at it. Like, see, to me, what made the Golden State so deadly, it wasn't just that they had the players, they had the personnel that fitted and the system that fitted for it. And the players that was willing to sacrifice. Like, Clay was unselfish. Steph was naturally unselfish. To the point, when KD got there his first year, Steph automatically just said, this is your team. Like, who does that when you was already the superstar and back-to-back MVP?
Right. So
that's why I say, like, I feel like Jay chemistry was a lot better. Plus, they already won a ring. So, OJ was basically doing is adding a better shooter. When I look at the Brooklyn Nets, though, Kyrie already has a problem with, because think about it like this. James Harden is best with the ball in his hands, right?
Yeah.
If he's best with the ball in his hands, what does that make? I even heard somebody say, okay, so I even heard somebody say,
oh, wait, hold on for a minute. Yo, who? You there?
Yeah, he said next week he get his money.
Yo, who? Who? You're still connected. Hold on, Loyalty. Who? You're still connected. Can you hear me? Who? I'm trying to move from my way then. All right, go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I was saying is, like, their system was already, like, ready. Like, it was like you were replacing Harrison Barnes, which is a better shooter, so I feel like the identity of the team was easy for KD to adjust. But when I look at the chemistry of Brooklyn Nets, A, they don't even have a coach yet. B, they don't even have a system yet.
Yeah.
They don't even have a proven coach that can even put with these egos.
Yeah.
Then you got Kyrie Irving, like how he said. I remember I heard somebody say, "Oh, you can't double KD no more, because if you double KD, that's gonna leave Kyrie open for an open three." See, the problem with all of that is Kyrie doesn't like just shooting open threes. That's the reason why he got a problem with LeBron. He don't like playing off the ball.
I'm glad
he
you
likes
said
playing.
that.
He likes playing his game.
Let me stop you for a minute. I'm glad you said that, because I said one of them have to make a sacrifice. Somebody's going to be out there shooting some threes, but somebody got to be the third option to make that sacrifice.
But who do you think? See, to me, the team don't even have a second option. See, the reason what made Michael Jordan so good is that Scottie Pippen allowed himself to be number two. Same with Klay Thompson and Steph. Even though Klay Thompson and Steph down there can have the same accolades, Klay allows Steph to be the bigger star. When I'm looking at Brooklyn Nets, I don't see no one on that team saying they're going to let somebody be bigger than them. They want to be the reason that they win. Kyrie want to be either the reason at the last second shot, Harden want to be the last shot, or KD. And it seems like when they don't do that, they're going to be picking like any, meeny, miny, mo. Then you got rid of LeVert. You don't have Dinwiddie, who just turned his third ACL. You don't have Jared Allen. You don't have Prince. Again, they was already used to that system, so they didn't play in that system. Now that you got rid of all them system players, I don't feel like they gonna do as good to me personally. I fear the Clippers' chemistry and them having to improve more than I feel the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets to me is more of a team for next year, maybe. To me, it could be next year.
Do you agree with me on this? Do you think that team with those three guys sooner or later is going to win a championship, even if it's not this team?
I can't even say that, because see, that team is so ego driven and personality driven to the point, like, if they have say a collapse like how the Clippers did, I think they would break one of them.
Right.
Like, see, I think like the Clippers came back like, okay, we know we maybe started too early, we ain't won nothing, let's come back. This team, though, I really feel like if they don't win this year and a collapse, especially if a collapse happens, I don't think they're gonna win it. I almost feel like this is their best year, because I feel like they drained their players. Like, no one is under that call. I think you overstate KD, even with his defense. I've been seeing people ducking on him all regular season long. Like, KD has not been that defensive player that he was on Golden State. Kyrie is not a defensive player. Then you get that out of shape Harden. I just don't.
Yo, Loyalty, my man T in the chat says it's not a problem. Kyrie needs to get his mind right. The verdict is still out, rather he's returning or not. So I guess he believes that Kyrie can change his game. So it's just a question of who's going to sacrifice and change their game.
See, I don't believe Kyrie can change his game, because Kyrie, Kyrie is like Kobe. People gotta realize that he don't look at it like you know how when Clay came, maybe when the Golden State Warriors came, what's his name? Steph Curry said he gonna sacrifice shots. Draymond said he gonna sacrifice shots. Then Clay like, nah, I'm not sacrificing nothing.
Right.
That's the reason why Kyrie didn't even want Harden, because he realized it's like, damn, I'm gonna down have to play off the ball and get corner threes and let him dance and control the offense. You know what I mean? But nobody want to come off the bench. Like if James Harden said, I'm coming off the bench, guaranteed, I feel like they would have had something. But they don't. I feel like just them three offensive players who are looking for a shot, it's just gonna be a disaster waiting to happen. They don't play defense. Like who are they defensive players? It's not one defensive player on their team. I believe in Josh Allen.
Kevin Durant could still operate without the ball, so that's gonna.
Yeah, he can, but he don't be as in rhythm.
Right.
Same with Kyrie. Like you notice when they touch the ball, that's when they start missing them last bucket shots because they doing something that they're not used to doing.
Yeah.
They used to just getting the bucket and shooting. When they gotta think and be like, okay, let me get the ball to Harden this time, let him get some shots up. When I gotta get the ball to Kyrie, let him get some shots up. And then I can finally get my shot. That's when I miss. I feel like they shoot better when they just you giving them the ultimate green light, just shoot. That's me personally.
Okay. Let me correct
That's
that.
That's why I remember that one game we was talking about. The Brooklyn had a game that was going down to the wire. Who was that? It was Kyrie and KD. They both missed the shot.
That was against Atlanta Hawks.
Right. They both missed their shot. But Matt, now look at KD against Denver Nuggets yesterday, how he was able to close it. Because everybody looked to him to close it. He knew, I'm here to close it. Everybody else is about to close this game. That's why I feel like when they more in rhythm, it's when they get allowed just to shoot. And me personally, that's why I feel the Clippers were even.
According to T, he said there's an article out saying that, the Nets may ship Kyrie out because of the problems that he's bringing. They don't know if he's going to come back or not.
That's what I mean. Like, I almost feel like if they don't win this year, Kyrie could get shipped out for better pieces that they need.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Kyrie a funny style dude. You don't know if he's going to show up or not. It could be the NBA Finals. He'd be like, you know what? I got to go to a Jay-Z concert.
Man, Kyrie, LeBron was lucky to win a ring with Kyrie. I'm not even going to lie. What he did with Kyrie was almost, they should have gave him 2 rings.
Word.
I'm not even going to lie. Kyrie is, do you remember that year when KD? You said what?
Zach in the chat says you're scared because the Lakers.
What?
I guess the.
No, I'm not. I'm really. Oh my God! I'm really not even scared of the Brooklyn Nets. I swear to. I'm like, to me, that'd be an easy team. I'm just like, see, matchup wise, I'm looking at the matchup. What's the problem? The reason why Clippers is a matchup problem for the Lakers.
Here's the shocking part: you don't get nervous at all about this big three. I mean, look, you're a Lakers.
Man, I swear, at a 1 out of 10, I fear the Brooklyn maybe a 6.
What? I mean,
I fear the Clippers at 8.
Yo,
I fear the Clippers at.
We say, hey man, this is crazy. I don't know if we could beat this team, but you like, nah, that's no problem.
Yeah, that don't even. See, if you mix LeBron in there, I would have said so because LeBron is even though LeBron is the best player on the team, he doesn't mind passing the ball. Right. That three dudes on there just shooting, and then Kyrie moody. All of them is kind of moody. Harden is kind of strange. KD is kind of weird personality with the Twitter. It's like all of them kind of seem insecure in a way. It's kind of strange. You know what I mean? I just think all 3 of them on the same team got too much of an ego. I feel like the chemistry just not gonna be there. Like, and that's what I remember. How I told you at the beginning of the season, you kept saying about the Lakers. They the best on paper. I said first, let me see them gel. It's just now becoming like the last couple games where I said their offense is finally gelling.
Yeah.
Before that, I'm not gonna lie that on paper, last year's team looked better. For the first about 5-7 games, to think about it, remember last year we were like on a 20-game win streak at the beginning of the year. The crack the league out. That's when everybody said, they're playing the easy schedule. It's an easy schedule. That's why when you said that the Lakers are playing easy team, I said that's what they said last year. Yeah. They playing the easy. The first 20 games are easy. The Lakers are playing the hard team.
Tay Davis in the chat, he got sad face emojis for you, man. So everybody in here think that that you scared of the Nets. So
I mean, hey man, everybody got an opinion. Everybody believe their opinion, but
yeah.
me personally, I'm not really scared of the Brooklyn Nets. Like when I seen them once or twice, I said, oh okay. I mean, you went to the Nets. I mean, it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't really like, oh shit, the Brooklyn Nets big three. I didn't even. To me, I was thinking more like this is even better for LeBron's legacy when he beat them. Because that's even gonna make him look even that much better. That's how I looked at it.
I said that. I said if he could do that, that'd be
See,
amazing.
I believe he is gonna do it. I think he gonna send them back home like how he did OKC back in the day.
Mm.
Literally, me personally,
It's
I mean,
though. But if we could at least agree on this, the Brooklyn Nets got to come out the East. Do we agree? At least agree on that. There's no excuses for that.
I agree on that, but I don't even think that's 100%.
What?
I think they can collapse like Brooklyn. Be like the Clippers. I'm dead ass serious. I think they can collapse like the Clippers. Me
Damn.
personally, like I think they can lose in the second round or in the third round. Like until I see them actually, I gotta actually physically see them play Prince before I can give you a real judgment. But I'm looking at three dudes who don't really play defense. Like how y'all gonna stop anybody? Then offense is gonna be discombobulated because it's no system.
Loyalty by default, they should just get to the finals alone. You know, you got that much superstar talent. You should be able to they should be able to take me and you to the NBA finals.
I remember when they had the Lakers in 04, they got Gary Payton, Karl Malone, and I remember they had Shaq on there, they had Kobe, and I remember they lost against the Detroit Pistons. Paper don't mean that. I always say that. Like you physically got to show me on the game like how good y'all are. Until I see them all three on the court, then I can give you another biased opinion. But for right now, I'm looking at this like this is not gonna be good.
I don't know.
Them currently constructed right now. We were forced to them. Probably gentlemen sweep.
You guys trading Kyle Kuzma. I know that.
We don't need to trade Kuzma.
Huh?
That team ain't that good. That team is not that good to even need to trade Kuzma.
Okay, I bet y'all trade Kyle Kuzma though. I know y'all gonna trade Kyle Kuzma. Y'all gonna make a move because y'all want more security to beat the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't think so, man. I think LeBron looking at it like shit. I'm about to just put y'all on my you know how they be doing on deers and they shoot them and they put them on the wall.
Just stop it. You about to put
You know what I
the
mean? We're gonna put all three of them on a little mantle. You know what I mean? Make it look good.
Oh,
hey, presently constructed, I do not fear Brooklyn Nets. Presently constructed, I think the Lakers can still beat them. Like it could down there be a 4-1.
And you know the funny thing about it is though, I don't think the Brooklyn Nets done. They're gonna get a lot.
It's to the point. That team was an injury away if they did get injured to just not even do nothing.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers are injury away. What happens if AD?
No, really, they got depth though. Well, I know what AD said. They actually beating teams just as good.
Yo,
They got depth.
I don't know, man.
This is the first year where I see LeBron. To me, Lakers are the best team in the league, and they're the only team that look like they're on cruise control. Every other team like they playing hard as they can. Lakers are the only team who look like they in cruise control. But not only they look like they in cruise control, they look like they got the best chemistry offensively and defensively to me than the whole league. And they not even done yet. If they get one rim protection, to me, this not even a fair fight.
Yo, okay. Even my man T in the chat says they got to trade Kuz. You know.
For what?
We
haven't even seen them play yet. Why would we trade someone we ain't seen the team play yet? That don't even make sense.
Yeah, he could get you guys could get some rim protection. You guys, okay, at least
you don't need no rim protection like that. We can get somebody for like $2 million. That's all you need. You don't need to play like 10 minutes of a game.
Okay, so you're making my point. That means the Nets could get the same thing. There's always something.
Right, but the difference is the Lakers actually have a system in place. It was actually a top 5 defense last year under a defensive coach. We don't know what the Clippers are having running, so just getting the players to me doesn't really mean nothing because you got Mike D'Antoni, who is the assistant coach, who all he cares about is offense. Then you got Steve Nash, who's his first year, who only knows offense because of Mike D'Antoni. So I'm like, this is not a defensive team. Like, if y'all would have kept Prince, you would have had more of a point. Because at least, not Prince, but Allen. Because at least he's been there and know the system. Who can y'all really get? Who can y'all really get in the open market? See, when the Lakers get somebody, they're going to be like an interchangeable piece. Like, we just need you for 10 minutes.
Man.
DeAndre Jordan is trash. I've watched him. That man is old and trash. I didn't know he was that terrible, man. DeAndre Jordan is out of there. He's done. He's finished.
Word. I don't know, man. I just think you
I
take.
mean, y'all got high stock in Nets, man. I don't blame you, but me personally, I fear the Clippers and kind of Golden State more.
Damn. Man, yo, T said, "Are you speaking from a speakerphone or something?"
For me,
A guy in the chat, my man T, he said, "Are you speaking from a speakerphone?"
nah, I ain't got a speakerphone.
But yo, man, I just think you taking the Brooklyn Nets way too lightly, man. That's a
I guess Prince, they was the number one team in the East right now, and then this happened. I could have probably had okay, but come on, they fighting for what, 6 fights?
Hey, they get back together, assuming Kyrie gets his act together. I don't know what Kyrie on. He get off them space rocks. He come back down to earth. He realized the earth is round again. And he want to play basketball. He'd be good. And then I think. Now, I always criticize Kyrie Irving off the court and some of his antics. But his talent on the court speaks for itself. He's still a great scorer. He's still one of the best guards in the league when getting people off the dribble and getting his own shot off. So that's a dangerous combo. And I look at it like this. Kevin Durant could move without the ball, right? He's going to be that defensive anchor. He's going to have to play probably a little more defense and let Kyrie Irving and James Harden cook a little more. If he could do that, he's going to be willing to take a little step back from scoring and let James Harden and Kyrie do the bulk of that. And you could play more defense since you're close to 7 foot.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who's going to be the third option?
I think James Harden could be the third option because Kyrie and Kevin Durant is already there.
So who will be the second option?
Kyrie Irving. It's Kevin Durant's team.
Okay. Do you think he's gonna be that second option by default, or do you think they gonna set it up that way?
He may have to be by default just to keep him. But if T is right that they're gonna trade Kyrie Irving, I don't know what pieces you could get for Kyrie Irving, but you know.
See, me personally, if they would have just traded Kyrie and got what's his name, Harden, I would have been more strict Brooklyn.
But who you trade?
I care about depth and chemistry. I feel like if the Lakers only had LeBron James, then I feel like okay, this is scary. But I feel like we got like a deep team and we got a legit second All-Star, Anthony Davis. That's why I feel like that 3, it sounds good on paper, but 3 versus 2-headed monster with a team that knows defensively and offensively what they're gonna be doing. Running is not a guessing game, and they just came off a winning chip. I feel like they just got more of what it takes to win. I just see LeBron looking at the game, but I don't even think LeBron gonna be asking for no trade like that. Like, I listen to every post-game conference of LeBron. Man, LeBron comfortable. He ain't never had to play 30 minutes a game. This is the first time in his career where he can literally play down there 25 minutes and win a game.
We ain't got to wait too long. In February, the Brooklyn Nets will be playing. I think February 7th, the Brooklyn Nets will be playing the Lakers. Hopefully, hopefully Kyrie Irving will be on the floor then. So
man, we don't know what Kyrie Irving gonna be doing. Kyrie Irving might be in that.
I don't know if he's gonna be in the casino or what. You know what I mean?
He might pull a Dave Chappelle, for all we know.
Yeah, man. Yo, did you hear what he was doing? Secondly, you know how you get on Zoom, you do live videos, right? So he gets on live videos with a bunch of politicians, and you know he want to get involved in politics. In the middle of the NBA season, you want to get involved in politics.
But he got to throw you off his trail.
You know, I don't know where his mind is at, man. And Stephen A.
I think he was just trying to throw people off his trail, and like, y'all see me in the club, now I gotta hurry up and be like, no, I'm doing something social. That's what I'm really out here doing. But really, we see you out in the club. So you gotta throw a smoke screen out there to let the people know, like, hey, even though they're playing tonight, no, I'm doing something that got to do with Blue Lives Matter.
Word. But
But
man,
yeah,
I just don't know with that guy though, man. You know, Stephen A was like, yo, you could just go into politics. Just quit
man,
basketball.
Kyrie Irving is a weird dude. Man. I think he literally just loves the attention. Like,
Yeah, man. Yo, he's set to lose thousands of dollars for all these games he's gonna miss. And he gets paid over $30-ish million a year. So you're gonna door away that whole contract? You know what I mean? You gotta be real stupid to door away that whole contract. Because he was threatening before last season that he'd give it all up for social justice and politics. Okay, man, if that's the case, then you should have did that last season. But if you took the money, what you did, you went to the Brooklyn Nets, you gotta back it up.
I remember Kyrie Irving had said when he was playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was like, he only gonna play till he's 32. I can really believe that.
Right. I could believe that too. Now that, man, I don't think he probably make it to 32 at this rate. He'd probably be like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. But yo, I'm gonna get back to the chat, man. I appreciate talking to you. I just wanted to get your opinion on.
All right. Hey, man, and tell your followers, I ain't even around about that trade.
All right.
I'm over here. I'm over here scared.
All right, because everybody in here think you scared. So.
All right, Chris.
I think.
Yeah.
All right, man. That was loyalty right there, man. He's giving his opinions, on the trade. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that jumped on live, man. Raw Status jumped on live earlier. Mecca jumped on live. Hoop Facts jumped on live, and Loyalty jumped on live. So if we could get Tunes, because I know Tunes, you like coming in talking live. Come on in, get your opinion on it. Stop hiding for once, So, oh, and D Slow James. I know you want to talk about this because you're a LeBron James fan. So you probably got something to say about it. So if you're around, come in and drop some of that knowledge, man. It's 126 to 95 so far. And the Lakers are blowing out the OKC. Man, here's the thing about some of these Laker games. They're just flat out blowouts to the point that I can't watch all of them. And their schedule is kind of suspect because it's easy. They're playing them against the Bulls again. They're going to beat them. They're playing against the Cavaliers, going to beat them. They play the Golden State Warriors. They're going to beat them. The only challenge they're going to get if Zion is done with the protocol, then yeah, it's the New Orleans Pelicans. But I think they'll beat the Pelicans too. So I don't see really a threat this week for a team to beat the Lakers. Yeah, he's an entertaining dude, man. He cracks me up. I was shocked as hell to find out that Loyalty didn't have no shockness in it. He was mighty calm. He was like, oh, it's okay. So I was really shocked in that. I thought he would at least say like, they got to be the hands down favorite now. But if LeBron could win the championship, this would prove even more. He wasn't bothered by it. He ain't breaking no sweat by it. So, and the game is over. It's 128. The Lakers got the win. Oh, what's that? Hold on for a minute. What's that? What's this? Fish? Chicken? Oh, I got a plate. I'm about to get a plate. All right, y'all, man. We got. All right. The Lakers won their game. Now I'm going to look at some of the scores of some of today's NBA action, man. The NBA really hit us with surprises today, man. It was shocking entertainment today for us because this came out of nowhere. Like I said, I was outside. I thought it was just going to be another day. I didn't know the Houston Rockets was going to get rid of James Harden that fast. I mean, that interview really got them pissed off to a point. They said, let's get this guy out of here. And that was it. That was the breaking point for the Houston Rockets. Just say, hey, man, this guy can't continue to keep disrespecting our franchise. He's got to go. And that was enough. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, that's that championship love. You're right. You're right, T. But this gives me an opportunity to scream some other games live because a lot of these Laker games are going to be blown out. I do live stream for the Laker games for a lot of reasons because a lot of you guys here are Laker fans. And I happen to live in Los Angeles, so some of you guys, you want to talk about your Lakers. I got no problem with that. But, if they're not giving me what I want, they keep blowing these teams out, and the schedule is swish or sweep. I got to turn over to somewhere else, But speaking of the Clippers is going up against the New Orleans Pelicans, and they're basically 8-11, So hold on for a minute. Let me see the Knicks. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets beat the Knicks by 9 points. Okay, it's all right though. Yeah, you know it. Oh, hold on. Oh, what it do? Hoop Facts?
Ain't shit, man. I'm back, man. I had to take a break for a minute. I had to go take care of some shit.
Oh, it's all good.
What I miss out on?
No, I had my boy Loyalty talking. He said he's not afraid of the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers still going to win. He's a LeBron James fan, and I thought he was going to at least have like some concern, but he wasn't concerned at all. So,
I mean, I don't think the Lakers are going to win, but I do feel him. Like, I'm not concerned either.
Yeah. So,
because the reason why I'm not concerned, because none of them got no heart besides Kyrie. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm not worried about it.
Somewhere else sometimes.
Huh?
Kyrie's heart could be somewhere else sometimes.
Yeah, you see? So, I'm not really. Listen, they should win it all, but to me, they're all some bitch ass niggas, and I don't respect them. I mean, as far as Harden and KD.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's how I feel because if you a superstar, you shouldn't be out here forming those type of super teams.
True that.
So it's like
this puts the pressure on their back a little more though, because now they gotta win.
I mean, I think
they don't win. They're gonna be a laughing stock if they don't win.
Look, I think they all using each other as scapegoats. That's why they teamed up with each other,
Yeah, they're gonna have to, man. No doubt.
I mean, why you think Harden say, you know what? Let me go join a super team because I had Russell Westbrook. He was the MVP. I couldn't do with him. I had TP, D White. I had everything, and I just can't come through. He realized the problem is him, and he needs to be carried.
Word.
You watching
the Pelicans and the Clippers?
Hell yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
Paul George at the line right now shooting free throws.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man. We shall see. We gotta wait all the way to February to see what that's gonna be like. But I mean, it is what it is. The Lakers got a sweet schedule. What I was telling my man T.
Yeah, but, the Lakers schedule is they do that for them every year.
Yeah.
Last year it was the same way, sweet.
Yeah, I hear that. But all right, man. I'm gonna give my shout out to Hoop Facts. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to T. Shout out to Loyalty. Shout out to Jay Davis and everybody else that came in the chat. If I forgot your name, I get you on the next one, man. I catch you guys tomorrow, man. We're gonna be live again tomorrow. I'm out.
All right, you already know.
All right, man. Yo, enjoy your game, son.
You too, bro.
All right, peace. All right. Oh, yo, T, before I leave, I saw your pictures. You're doing your thing, man. I appreciate it, man. You're doing your thing out there with your condo. I gotta follow your next footsteps, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that car. I gotta get a condo like that too, man. It's inspiring. It's uplifting, and it's good having people like you around, man. Because you inspire people to do even more, man. And I like brothers like you that do that. So I'm really happy for you that you got yourself that condo. You doing your thing. You making your money. Especially during this COVID time, man. Shout out and salute to you, brother. We're gonna catch you on the next one, man. But I'm out of here right now. I'm hot as a mug. I gotta go and eat some. I gotta go eat some food. All that other good stuff, man. All y'all, peace, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Thanks for showing up. One.